What is up, everybody? It's Dirty and
DZAN, what is
Biker Dude.
going on,
Whatever.
people? It is a spooky Friday the 13th this October, and boy, do we have some scary stuff for you. No, we don't. We don't have shit lined up for you, everybody. So here we are to bring you all the topics. And where would we be if we didn't start with hockey? Dirty, please.
Well, let's do that.
Take it away.
It's Friday now, but we record this on Wednesday. So last night was opening night. Very happy, very excited about that. Connor Bedard got in his first game. And you know, the guy they say that shoots or skates like McDavid and shoots like Matthews. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen a one at face-off yet, but everybody's ready to crown this guy the greatest thing since Connor McDavid. So I'm waiting to see it. I have yet to see anything from him. So,
Dirty's not impressed with his performance.
Not impressed. Tell you. I am not impressed by your performance.
Let me tell you, that hurts deep.
So the Wings played last night from this video. I haven't seen them play yet because it's actually tomorrow. But they won. They won game one, which is really cool. They won it 17-1.
Whoa!
Jeez. Yeah, 17-1, highest hockey score in 87 years.
So, I was just gonna say, when does it ever get higher than 8 or 9? That's insane.
Wings did that tomorrow. So I mean last night. No, in all seriousness though.
Wow, though.
The Wings there's a lot to be excited about this year.
It's a lot of opportunity, right? For growth. A lot of opportunity for growth. Right.
And the thing is they brought in a bunch of guys that have had a lot of playoff experience, have played deep in the playoffs, and you mesh that with the core that we already had
already.
I think this might be the first year we've tasted the playoffs. We're not going to go very far in it, but nevertheless, but you never know. Hey, you never know.
You got to be confident with these things. You got to be confident. You got to be just like you got to be confident when it comes to NFL and your team loses 42-10, but you still believe they're going to go to the Super Bowl because that's just who they are.
Hey, it's one game, man.
It's one game. It's just one game.
It's literally is one game. I mean, the Steelers have looked like trash and they're first in the AFC North. So it goes to show you it's crazy. It's just nutty.
I think the salt in my wounds is that it happened to San Francisco, which is one of the biggest rivalries that we have in NFL, and it hurt. Yeah. That one hurt, Dirty D. Not gonna lie.
I'm sure it did, brother.
And they better find that guy for lifting up his shirt and showing the "fuck you, Cowboys." That was not that all sportsman like. I feel like you should be fined at least $500,000. If not
$500,000, wow.
I will write a letter. Okay. I will have a petition signed by
Roger
all the
Goodell.
Cowboy
better
fans.
Watch out. There's a letter incoming.
And I'll send an email as a backup. So watch out. Yeah, but no, it was very tough to watch. Obviously our worst performing game coming off of one of our best performing games. So you got to take it. It is what it is in NFL. A lot of injuries right out the gate. And of course, as you know, that can suck a team drive very, very quick when you've been working on solidifying this core that's going to take you, and then your plans get disrupted. People have to fill in.
Right.
And
the Steelers have been going through that.
Yeah.
Since week one.
Gosh, yes.
We lost Deontay Johnson, our number one receiver, and then we lost Cam Hayward, arguably the best nose tackle in football. I mean, you don't just replace guys.
Exactly.
Like
you can't just fill somebody in that slot. It doesn't work the same. Not
when they're your number one. There's a
We
reason they are the number one.
we all can't have a perfect schedule like Philadelphia. Am I right? I mean, we all can't have easy, you know what I mean? Easy wins
Sorry,
with
Michael.
referees on our side. Collusion.
Collusion. Wow, we're getting
Okay.
deep,
All right.
man.
All right. All right. All right. I don't want to throw that in the air. I'm just kidding. No, the NFC East is one of the best, barring Giants right now. Jeez, man, what is happening? What is happening in New York? What is happening? Holy
that's
hell,
ugly.
man. Holy hell.
Rona's burning both teams.
Yep. And some teams, you know, are fighting tooth and nail. You got the Jets out there fighting tooth and nail for spots already. You know what I mean? You got a lot of teams that are proving that they were highly regarded as people suspected. And then you got a lot of teams that were the underdogs that are doing exactly what we thought they were going to do, and proving some people wrong, and just may sneaking out a division win. So NFL right now as a whole is looking great. A lot of good storylines out there. And I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. How'd you like saw in the Lions game, Lions versus the Panthers, they showed Eminem showing support. And it's really funny because, you know, Taylor's been going to all of the Kansas City games. And so they showed Eminem on the Titantron, and under it says "Not Taylor Swift." And I thought that was so fantastic. It was great. It was awesome. And what a game to go watch. That have your team absolutely slaughter. That is my dream, to go to a Dallas game where they just slaughter the Eagles, or they just slaughter any team. You know, that's my dream. All right, D, are we done with NFL? Are we good to move on?
Yes,
right.
We're good.
UFC, boy, we've had a lot of shakeups, man. We got a lot of fight announcements. One really exciting one: Ian Garry versus Vicente Luque. They're teammates. Man, teammates and now opponents. It's going to be a fantastic fight, because when you get teammates fighting each other, one of them gets exposed heavily, a la Usman and Burns. I mean, heavily. So I'm really, really interested to see what happens. And I think Ian Garry is in a little bit of trouble. He's in a lot of bit of trouble with this one. I mean, do not sleep on Vicente Luque. I mean, I don't know whoever
Those
is
kicks, man.
If you are, it's stupid, but don't.
Nobody kicks like Vicente Luque.
Not since Barbosa. Jeez.
Yeah. That's a good
nasty, man. Yeah. Nasty. And I don't think Ian's only been practicing kicks for like 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah, he's still a little unpolished.
Right.
He'll get. I think he'll get there. I really do. We both like him a lot.
Yeah.
I just there is a part of me that, you know, when a fighter starts climbing up in years, you start going, is this the fight?
Is this it? You're right.
You know what I mean?
Is this the one?
It could be a scenario where maybe Vicente Luque starts showing a little bit of that.
Yeah,
a little bit. I don't expect it to be much, if any.
No.
Probably not at all. But you always wonder when they start getting a little longer in the tooth.
Yep, absolutely.
Happen, and then and Ian Garry is hungry. So
you
never know.
And listen, if Ian Garry goes out there, if he goes out there and does Ian Garry, I'm all in. I am all in on this kid. I'm already on the train. I'm hyping. I'm pulling the thing. Oh
yeah, for sure.
I'm here for it. But if he goes out there, and this is going to be the first fight. Now, you know, Ian Garry likes to find a reason to hate you. He took a very arbitrary statement that Neil Magny said last time and just ran with it and used that as his fuel. Look, man, do you use what you got to fuel your fire? I think that's why it's going to be the toughest for Garry. Not only is it a teammate, it's a friend. It's all about respect. Where are you going to find that fire? Where are you going to pull out that motivation? I'm very, very excited for this fight. You know what I'm not excited for? Tony Ferguson versus Paddy the Baddy. Why? What are we?
I don't even understand this.
6-fight losing streak. Let's give him the guy that's on the 6-fight winning streak.
Yeah, this doesn't even make any sense.
But then also, if this goes bad for Paddy, which it can, because this is not a good matchup for Paddy. This is not a good matchup.
It's not. Stylistically,
it's to Tony,
it's a terrible matchup for him. Yeah.
How is this a win-win? I mean, if you're Tony, it's kind of like
and that's where my head went when it was announced. Is I'm like, what's the end game for the UFC? Because normally they don't do it this way.
Right.
You put your one of your biggest stars in the UFC, and you're going to expose them like that, because it's a nightmare matchup stylistically.
Yeah,
for him. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. It's going to be, and it's a little weird too, because I've never seen, and guys, Dirty D called Paddy's entrance into the UFC a year and a half before it even happened. But I've never seen a fighter have this big of a climb up and then this steep of a fall, where his last fight was like so controversial that he just lost most of the fans' respect in that guard because he didn't take the win the right way. He took it as absolutely, I won that fight. Duh, I won that fight. When it's like, dude,
it's kind of the same thing that we did with Aljamain. Not to that degree, but
I see what you mean. Yeah,
it's the same.
Or
premise,
even like Hamzat with Burns, where it kind of dulled him a little bit, right? That hype train kind of just a little bit. But with Paddy, I've never seen it derail so hard.
Right. Yeah.
And seeing him still at the top, winning, but low on the fans, it's weird to me,
Yeah, and that's not to say that somebody from the UFC hasn't gotten a hold of him and that he can't repair it, because it wasn't to the point to where it's like with Aljamain. That's why it wasn't really a fair comparison. With Aljamain, there's no repairing what he did.
No repairing that. There's no repairing that. You're absolutely right. There isn't, but there is for this guy, right? He's taken a year off, right? So he sat back. But for a comeback to be Tony Ferguson, Dirty D,
that's the style. I don't understand. I can't wrap my head around what Dana's thinking on this one, man.
Me either. I don't know. I do know that he did already say, if Tony loses this one, he should think about hanging it up, which he never really says that until after the fact. So it's kind of like he's lining it up to put him down.
Like and that's the only thing that I can think of, is that they just truly believe that Paddy's going to mow him down.
I saw an interesting statistic. It said Tony Ferguson went from having he has the best winning streak of all time at 13, and if he loses to Paddy, he will tie BJ Penn for the longest losing streak at 7. I don't want that.
And do you remember what happened with BJ? BJ at that, before all of that happened, BJ was considered the GOAT,
the greatest in any division, because this man could beat you in heavyweight, welterweight, and lightweight. This man, like people, that's what sucks so bad about the people that entered, that became fans during his losing streak and during that time, because they don't truly respect the greatness that is BJ Penn, man. Totally 100% with you. And we could be looking at another BJ Penn if he loses to Paddy the Baddy. It's very possible. I think this is a 50-50 fight. I've never seen a fight more 50-50 in my life, and I just still can't understand it. Why would you do this?
But I say it's only stylistically that I say that. As far as heart, I don't think Tony has any left.
Me either. You're right. The punch drunk at this point, right?
Yeah, punch drunk, and he's not as resilient as he once was. You're right. Getting a Darce choked.
Arm triangled. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, it's weird. He got guillotined by Diaz. He got arm triangled by Bobby Green, knocked out by Gagey, standing.
I forgot about that.
And I think that was the scariest one, right? Because when he did that little shake,
when his face,
that little face twitch
thing. Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, all respect to her for stopping that, but it's gone. I think that was the fight where the last little bit of dog that was left in him ran out. And I don't mean for this to be a Tony hating podcast right now, because honestly, a big part of me is pulling for him. I think if he wins, it could be great for his career. And Dana is not going to tell this man that you have to stop fighting. He is one of those fighters that Dana loves this kid. Right. If he wants to keep fighting, he's going to let him keep fighting. So
that's because Tony never turns a fight down.
Exactly. He's been a company man since the very beginning. Even through all those fights that fell through with Khabib and Connor and everything. It's just this I'm scared for, but it has the potential to change his career in a big way. So
one way or the other.
One way or the other.
In a big way.
Then lastly for UFC, guys, UFC 294 is in next Saturday. In 1 week, guys, it's coming up. And holy shit, before we get to the big news, which we all know now, let's talk about real quick Costa and Chimaev. Okay. Why did Paulo Costa? Now, usually when you're fighting somebody and you're injured, you keep that shit a secret until after the fight. And then you're like, yeah, this is the injury I had disclosed. Yeah. He went on Ariel Helwani and was like, I just had elbow surgery 3 days ago. Here's my skin graft, but I'm going to fight.
Next week.
And he is truly trying to pull out why he's telling us this. He's like, oh, is it something we should be concerned about? Like, are you trying to say, like, is this like going to be an issue for you during the fight?
Right.
Why are you telling us this, basically? And he's like, oh no, just letting you know, because my manager said it, and so it got leaked. So I just want to say it. I want to come out and say it. Okay. I think he's building up a little bit of an excuse, right? A little
to fall on.
Secret juice excuse, because he's been talking some heavy shit, and Hamzat has also been doing some heavy shit on social media. Regardless of that, this is going to be a good fight. I don't like that Costa did it. Costa's weird to begin with. I understand that, but it's weird to disclose an injury 12 days before you're about to fight somebody. Very weird.
It is very weird. I am with you 100%. It's very weird. It never happens. Ever, ever, ever does it happen. And it happened. So one can only go to one place.
Yeah, usually you lose.
He's laying down a cushion for himself.
Yeah, and then you're like, yeah, well, I had an injury. I had surgery. You don't do it before the fact.
Yeah.
So weird. But hey, it is what it is. And we have an even better main card. We have an even better main event in my eyes. I mean, I think in everyone's eyes when they saw this. Everyone got the news. Charles Oliveira is out. He got a huge cut above his eyes, got stitches. He's out of the fight 11 days before it is to happen. Everybody, oh my God, what the fuck's going to happen? Now we're going to have to see Gamrot fight this guy, which, I mean, all respect to Gamrot, but now we're going to have to watch Gamrot fight this guy. No. Dana White was like, hey, remember when I said Gamrot's going to be the fighter? It's really happening now. So we got Volkanovski, and Volk is coming in on 11 days short notice to try and regain that belt back and become the double champ on 11 days notice against arguably one of the best grapplers in the UFC. Dirty, your thoughts?
Nothing but respect.
What? This is why he's one of my favorite fighters ever, man. I mean, what? Alex,
dude, that's gangsta, man.
And you're the featherweight champion, and you're like, I'll take that. That is some Max Holloway shit right there. Oh, I'll take Khabib. I'll take Khabib on 9 days notice.
Right.
Easy. Come on. That's what you have to do.
Who does that?
Right. Who does that besides those two? No,
right.
Nobody, man. And you are a champion, my guy. Like, and listen, I don't know that he's going to perform better than he did the last time on 11 days notice, but also you have to be thinking, D, he's been training for Islam probably ever since that fight happened, training for the rematch, getting better. So let's not.
Okay. Let me say something here. I'm going to choose my words very carefully.
Dirty's about to be wrong.
I got Volkanovski.
Okay. Sell me, because I want to jump on with you. Sell me.
Okay. He jumped in on 11 days notice. However, Islam has never fought anyone like Volkanovski that can both wrestle and fight and strike. Strike to a high level and heavy hands. Um, I don't know that Islam can prepare for Volkanovski better than Volkanovski can prepare for Islam. And I know that's saying something, but Volkanovski is so good at wrestling that if he can just neutralize him to a degree,
right,
and keep everything at an arm's length, at least for a good chunk of the fight, Islam can't strike like Volk.
Right. Right. And now he has a blueprint, right? Because he has a blueprint. Right. He has tape to go back to from their first fight.
Exactly.
Dirty, I'm excited. And listen, can you imagine him going to Abu Dhabi and beating him in his hometown just like he beat him in his hometown? Come on, dog. Come on. Are we setting up a trilogy for UFC 300? Are we doing that right now? Is this happening right now?
Ooh.
Are we lining up a trilogy for UFC 300? Well, I think we are.
Let me say this. If
of course they're going to be under Connor because Connor's going to headline.
If that happens, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. Barring an injury.
Yeah. Volk wins this fight. You're looking at one of the highest selling trilogies of all time until Nate and McGregor fight again. You are shitting me. You are shitting me. These are two of the greatest in their prime. Not okay. And no shade, but it's not like Jones and Stipe. Okay.
Right.
Jones may still be somewhere near the top of his game. Stipe hasn't been like that for 4 years. Let's be honest. Okay.
Right.
A lot of people are saying that Stipe can do it. Stipe, no. I'm telling you right now,
no.
Jones is going to make it look
There's
easy,
no chance of that.
and he is going to destroy Stipe with wrestling, ground and pound. It's going to be a man versus a child. I am not saying that to disrespect Stipe. It is what it is. These two guys are in their prime right now, battling for the greatest right now. That's 100%. What we have. That's what we have. Get fucking ready. UFC 294, October 21st. They should hire us. They should fucking hire us.
There's your promo, Dana.
God, ESPN, hit us up, man. What the hell? I've sent multiple emails, Dirty. I'm just kidding. Oh, all right, guys. So yes, gonna be a very exciting UFC card. I'm so excited for this. But holy hell, did we have some fantastic music over the past couple weeks? Dirty motherfucking D. Not only some amazing singles, we had some great albums, mixtape type albums. Let's talk about it. First things first.
Mixtape. Oh, hard to call that a mixtape for me.
Hard to call that a mixtape. That was not a mixtape.
That sounded incredible.
We've heard Lil Wayne mixtapes. Trust me.
Yeah.
They sound like he's singing in a barrel. Okay. This was
or
not
on a phone. Right.
Yeah. This was not. Yeah. So Dirty D, please. Cause you reacted to this. So I know you have thoughts on it. Please.
That was so.
And by the way, guys, we were talking about Lil Wayne, the stick before the six. What is it? The fix before the six.
Before the six.
That's right.
Yeah.
Please. What are your thoughts?
Tracks 2 through 6 or 2 through 6. Tracks 2 through 6. Don't remember the names of them right now. Unbelievable.
Dude, Cat Food.
It was old Wayne.
Oh yeah.
It was old Wheezy F baby, man. It was so fucking good. I about jumped out of my chair at one point.
Yeah.
Because it was like, oh my God, Wayne. This is the Wayne we've all been waiting to hear again, man.
Yep. And now my first time listening to it was you reacting to it. So I was listening to it for the first time with you. I was right there with you, Dirty D. Holy shit. I'm like, he's back. Holy shit, he's back. This isn't funeral. This isn't some bullshit. No. Our guy's back, and I cannot wait for the Carter 6. This guy's even tracks like Titty Boy. I mean, even tracks like Titty Boy were so good, so well done. He has some repetitive tracks. Okay, Lil Wayne does have some repetitive tracks, but he murders you with his metaphors and wordplay. So when you get that repetitiveness, it's all right because it all comes with substance. That's the greatest thing about Wayne, and that's something that these kids have not been able to replicate from Lil Wayne. They can try to imitate, but they can never be Wheezy F, motherfucking baby. What? I can't wait. That's going to be great. Now, speaking of Young Money, we had Drake drop an album For All the Dogs. And after this album, he said he's going to take a step back, which I think he really needs to do because this album is trash. Sorry, Drake. I've listened to it. I heard the entire thing, barring the track with J. Cole, which because it's fucking J. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
I've been waiting to hear a song with Drake and J. Cole, believe it or not. And they did not disappoint. So thank you. Thank you for that. Drake, J. Cole, one hell of a track. I think it's called First Person Shooter. Great fucking track. That's about it.
I'm not a fan of Drake. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, I haven't been for a while.
And I don't shit on him like I do others.
Right.
Because I get it. I get Drake. I do understand it.
And there's a level of respect. There's that level of respect. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So in that sense, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
That's all.
No. But nothing beats Nnutthowze, Siqnal, Dirty D, Tech 9, Siqnal. What
Tech 9
fucking track? And I know you heard this one too, so please tell me, what are your thoughts on Siqnal?
Dope as fuck. I listen, a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I started really getting into tech. And I started gaining more respect with each song that I listened to. And then we hit those videos, what do you call it? The horror.
Like horrorcore?
Yeah, horrorcore thing that he was doing with, remember, in the state?
Yes. I know. Yep. His like video series. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And once I saw that, oh man, I just fell in love with the guy.
Yeah.
Every single thing that he does gets levels up from where it was before.
Yeah.
And it might not always be a song that I vibe with.
Right.
But I'm always blown away with everything that he does within one song. And that is no exception.
No exception. Nobody in hip hop can blend genres like Tech 9.
Right. Oh,
ever.
My God.
Ever. You can't. That's my dogs.
And he's just concurring. He's just he's concurring.
They're with it.
Ted.
They're with it. They're like, don't forget about DMX. They're like, can't forget about the dog. Can't forget about the dog. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much. That's the end of it for us. Appreciate you guys. Love you all, and we will see you next week. Peace.